Hey guys, what's happening? I'm back with another episode of The Amazing Asians and two new signings that I'd like to introduce to you today. First of all, right back from the Philippines, we have Shruk. Now, he was going 4-4-1-1 formation. There was only one of them on the market for 2,900. I was following him for ages, and eventually he was snapped up and I buy it now for 3,600. I missed out on that, of course, so I went and looked for another formation, bought him for 450, put a formation card on him, so I did have to dip into the trust fund a little, but not too bad. From North Korea then, we have Shong Tae, hopefully getting that right. He has 80 pace, while the right back has 91 pace, so kind of oodles of pace at both the front and the back. First match up, shouldn't have entered this match at all. If you can see the latency there, red bar, always worrying. But it's one of those things I don't really look at, and I need to start, obviously. Into a Korean squad, as you usually see a lot of silver Koreans, and you don't need to adjust your set or worry about my editing or anything like that, or my recording settings. This is as bad as the match was. You can see a lot of stuttering, a lot of staggering frame rates and so on. It was an absolute nightmare to play in. After 4 minutes of in-game time, I decided I'd had enough, decided to try and quit, and I was told that my DNF modifier would reduce and that I'd lose all contracts and gain no coins. I'm okay with the last two, but the DNF modifier takes so long to build up that I stuck it out. I hoped that he would struggle just as much with the lag, but unfortunately he didn't. He's producing a lot of chances. I held on for as long as possible, but he was just putting on so much pressure, so many chances, and it was tough. This chance here, he could have finished off. He decided not to square it in the end, and my keeper made a great save, but then followed it up with just poor positioning. Couldn't get down to save in time. He seems to be kind of slow when there's a slow shot coming in. He seems to struggle with those ones. Got a little lucky here, off the post, and my clearance straight into his attacker. But when you're trying to time a move 2 to 3 seconds ahead of what you currently are at, it's always tough. I'm actually wondering if this guy was from the lost city of Atlantis, because it really felt like the game was being played underwater. It was so difficult the whole way through. Obviously not for him. Look at that chance. Good save. And as you saw, I tried to kick it away and just ended up running out to play with it. So that was the difficulties faced. But here we go, new signing, Shong Tae on his first match. Great goal. But there you have it. Obviously the North Koreans, South Koreans still not getting on the team. This has happened a couple of times where a free will be given and the two of them will just run into one another. So maybe there's something to be worked out there. Maybe need to have a team talk or two. He could have had more. As you saw, he slotted 2-1 away. This was towards the end. Got into a good position. The leg caught me out there with Zerkov's fake pass, and then this happened. I was smashing B. I was just waiting for the chance to fall to me, just waiting for it to kick back in and hopefully slot it home. Trying to say once again in a great position, and then this happens. So I'm pretty sure I was assigned the loss. Fitting in the end, but at least I keep my DNF up. Into this match now, a good Netherlands squad, a lot of good players there. And at the start, it was tough. I was nearly sure that was in. There was a lot of good chances being thrown about, and I managed to get into good positions. Should have passed there. I'm only watching it back now and thinking that the pass was on. He got into a couple of good positions, was creating a lot of good chances. He had a good team. I was happy. I have to say fair play. He put together a decent team. But Shong Tae with sleight of feet, sleight of hand, gets past the defender, and slots it away nicely. What a finish, really. Well worth the 450 coins that was paid for him. And as the match wore on, I became a bit more confident, was creating a few chances, going for the fake shots and things like that. And I was enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying some of these players now. This is criminal. A free kick given, one-on-one with the keeper, no card, and no warning. It was absolutely ridiculous. And I followed it up then with the worst free kick I've possibly ever taken in my life. No power, straight into the wall. Just absolute nightmare. But kept creating chances. As you can see, I did grow in confidence as the match wore on, just kept trying to create, and possibly got a bit too comfortable trying to take it around the goalie, or there was just a few ridiculous moments where I should have done better. Here, just poor finishing in the end. Caught him on possibly the wrong foot. I should probably check and see which is their stronger foot, I should say, rather. Got into a good position. An odd shot, but went in anyway. So, can't complain. 2-0 up. And I was taking it a bit too easy at times. Decided to go for the long chip here, as I saw the keeper miles off his line initially. Obviously, by the time I took the shot, he was well back. And a good finish here. Gave him too much space. Slots it away. So I mean, it was a good enough match, I have to say. There's plenty of highlights, and I was able to hold on just about. But yeah, so I'm happy enough with the extra signings anyway. This is a chance that I should have slotted, but you can see I just wasn't in the killer instinct mode, it has to be said. So there's a couple of players now that still have to be replaced. There's a couple of non-Asians there, and then we'll start working on getting the best players that we can. Right midfield, I think, is where I'm going to try next. So if you have a suggestion for right midfield, let me know. As always, any comments and shares and so on, please tell your friends. All appreciated. Really like hearing from you guys as well, what you think of the series. Any feedback and questions you have, I'll be happy to respond to and answer. I'll catch you again soon. Thanks very much.